everyone, Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts, and this is Daily Motivational Project, Make It Yourself Monday. Now for this project I'm going to be making, I'm going to try to make, just a simple birthday card, integrating the Cricut markers. For this card I'm using the Celebrations Cricut cartridge, and I'm going to be doing the very first card here. Now, if anybody has ever told you, maybe you've seen a video like this, if you're wondering how the image is going to cut on your mat, vertically or horizontally, just hold your book like this, and it tells you that it's going to cut this way. You know, if you have like a piece of paper and you're just not really sure, this is actually 12 by 12, so it doesn't really matter, but if you're not really sure, you know, how it's going to cut, if you put a big enough piece of paper on it, that's helpful. Let's load it up. Now, I did a little bit of experimenting, and I need to show you this. I cut this at 5.5 because the A2 size card is 5.5 by 4.25. And I was kind of curious, you know, what size should I set it at? So this makes a really cute gift tag. But in order for it to be a bigger card, I set it at 11 thinking 5.5 plus 5.5 is 11, but it didn't take it to 11. So I did 10 3/4, and I'll show you how that works. So we're going to do card, and I want the very first image, and it's the card right there. So let's get this cut. Unload. Okay, so the actual card width is, that's my mom calling, I'll call her back, 5.5. So it's 5.5 by 10 3/4, which that's a pretty big card. So if you want to adjust it to 5.25, it looks like you're going to have to set the cut length to 10.5. So that would bring it down to 5.5. But you know what? I'm not really sure. So knowing my mother, she's going to call me on my home phone now, so I'm going to hide the home phone in the drawer. So that's that. So we're going to write on this. Now, looking at where it's at on the mat, I'm going to put it back in this way, obviously, but I'm going to want to start my writing about up here, because I'm going to have happy and then birthday. And so let's play around with it a little bit. Let's take out the blade, turn that off. I'm physically like reaching around the camera right now. So let's set that aside, turn it back on. And I chose the Cut and Up Cricut cartridge for the font. Put that in. And I'm going to say that we probably want 1/2 inch. So let's bring it back down. And I'm going to try this on the Cricut craft room as well. Put my red marker in, and this is the little kit it came in. And I always like to try to put something underneath it. You can see the amount of times that I did not do that. Okay, she's in. Load it up. Bring it to about right there, and I'm going to go down. I'll go down to 7 times. 7 times over, and I just missed the whole calculation there on the left hand side. So 1/2 inch, and let's do over just a little bit more. I'm just kind of playing around here. I really didn't do any exact measurements or anything. Okay, there's the H. could have been a little bigger, but that's okay. We can put some embellishments on it. P. And Y. All right, so I'm going to bring it out. Oops, wrong way. And I want birthday on here. Now that's right there is the middle of my card. So let's bring the birthday down to start about right there. And I'm sure it will fit. It's not going to be too long. Okay, B. I. R. T. H. D. A. Y. All right, let's bring it out. And take it off the mat. And there you have it. Oops, sorry. I was looking at it myself, forgot that you guys need to see it. That's writing on the card. So you're kind of making your own card by making your own writing. So, you know, you could even personalize it, you know, happy birthday, Jimmy, happy birthday, Sarah, however you'd like to do it. And again, if you're doing it on the Cricut with the Cricut cartridge, I had done this at 10 3/4 and it came up to be a 5.5 inch card. So play around with it a little bit. If you want a smaller card, you know, bring the length size down a little bit more, and hopefully you'll get it to be the size that you want it to be. This is actually very, very cute. You could put a little piece of pattern paper behind it if you wanted to, or you can even put, I know like Celebrations has some really cute birthday hats and stuff that you could put down here, but I didn't want to do the full-on card. I just want to show you that you can make it yourself. And I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the craft room and see if I can, or the Cricut craft room, and see if I can do the same thing, and I'll edit into this one. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm in the Cricut craft room and I'm going to make the same card. Now I kind of played around with it a little bit before I started recording, and I'm going to have to say that having a Cricut craft room, you have more flexibility on actually doing the card in the exact size that you want it. So let's go ahead and go into Celebrations and I'll show you what I mean. And then I'm going to click on Card. And I'm going to click on the first image, and again it turns out to be the size of a gift tag, and I'm going to want to make it the 5.5 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to come over here to the size properties. I'm going to click on to unlink the sizes. I want the height to be 4 1/4, and then I want the width to be 11, and that will give me an exact A2 size card. Okay, now I'm going to line this right up to the 1 inch line so that my writing will be better to judge where my writing is going to go. All right, so that's my exact size card. Now I'm going to stop a minute here and I have to show you something. You see how when I was talking about the first time you're cutting it with the cartridge, if you put your book like this, you know where to put your paper on your mat. Well, the craft room is opposite. So I'm switched my paper so it goes to the top part of my mat. And see if I can show you what I'm talking about. So it's this way instead of that way. So let's give it a go. I think, yeah. All right, so let's go to layer 2. And we're going to hide layer 1, and we're going to put in our words and go to cutting up and put in our happy birthday. And I think before we did it at 3/4, And this is going to be a little different as far as the measuring goes. So let's do 0.75. And the width needs to be changed. I'm going to do 3.75. And then that probably will fit on our card. Now, judging where the card is, I'm going to open that back up. That's about where I want it. I could even close that again, bring it over just a little bit more. Okay, now we have to have birthday. Do you see where it's a little more flexible, where you can kind of judge where you want to put your letters and stuff? Now, the Cricut Craft Room does have a personality, so when you're ready to use it, make sure that you are patient. Because sometimes, that's my mom calling me. I've hidden the phone in my desk drawer so I can finish my video. Alright, so let's bring this down like this, and we'll go to 3/4 here. Oh, that's 0.75. I did the wrong thing there. 0.75. And then I want to make that smaller, so let's go down to 3.5 and bring it over, and then we'll open up layer 1. Go ahead and highlight that. And let's bring up layer 1. Oh, very nice. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this and put in the marker and the whole thing, and then I'll show you the 2 cards on how they turned out. Be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and cut out this card using the Cricut Craft Room. Okay, first I'm going to load my mat. And I'm choosing to just cut layer 1 at this point because I have to switch over to my marker. And cut. Unload. I'm not going to take the card off the mat, but I'm going to switch and put my Cricut marker pen there. I could have left the mat and it wouldn't have been a big deal. I'm going to load the mat, but I'm going to, in the craft room, it will ask you if you're using markers. And I don't see where it says it, like cardstock custom. I thought it asked, maybe I'm thinking of the silhouette. All right, let's see what it does. I think I was thinking of the silhouette where it asks you if you're using sketch pens or not. Yeah, that's it. Okay, never mind. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, that's interesting. It's not doing it in sequential order. Huh. Very interesting. Great. All right, so now I'm going to go to my 3rd layer, which you cannot see, it's a mystery. And I'm going to switch pens. To a blue. I mentioned in the earlier part of this video that you could put a little embellishment or something in that one corner. And I found something that I liked that I wanted to try out. So let's do that. I made a little hat. Okay, let's unload this and see what we got. Aw, look at that, a nice simple card. And you could do your own little, you know, personal touch by coloring in the letters or using some gel pens or something like that. Sparkle it up. And let's take a measurement and see. In fact, that is the right size. We have a 5.5 by 4 1/4. Ta-da! All right, so that's the comparison. You know, it just all depends on, you know, how exactly you want it. And, you know, if you have the Cricut craft room, sometimes things, they would just work out better if you do it that way. So, all right, so make it yourself Monday. And I think that's it for now. So have a great day. Bye.